What are you, Marco Rubio?
Yeah, I just missed it.
Good morning, good noon, good evening, wherever time and place you listen to us from. Straight from the 909. It's Mark.
Yo.
Ali.
It's lit.
Myself, Nesquik, and together,
That's
hip-hop. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. It really does mean a lot. Today we're talking about an artist that became the cornerstone of the modern trap sound, characterized by his atmospheric, psychedelic, and highly produced vocal delivery, drawing influences from artists like Kanye West and Kid Cudi. Scott's flow often uses heavy auto-tune as an instrument rather than just a pitch correction tool, giving his voice a distinct, spacey, and melodic texture that wraps seamlessly into the surrounding soundscape. Lyrically, his approach prioritizes the creation of an immersive rage and escapism through powerful ad-libs like, "It's lit!" It's subtle, but so powerful at the same time, like it's effective. And he focuses on constructing the overall mood of the sound, and he makes it like a sonic roller coaster over dense lyrical narratives. His tracks are distinguished by dynamic, hard-hitting production that fuses trap percussions with rock and electronic elements, utilizing distorted, sliding 808s and dramatic beat switches to build cinematic, chaotic entry. Defined by his mastery of world building and his revolutionary approach to the intersection of music and brand culture, he widely is credited for establishing the ambient and psychedelic trap aesthetic that has influenced the entire generation of contemporary hip-hop artists. And beyond music, his albums like Astroworld became massive cultural phenomenon due to his innovative and immersive rollout strategies, including the creation of his own highly anticipated music festival and groundbreaking in-game virtual concert that's never been done. Scott successfully bridged the gap between high fashion, streetwear, gaming, and commercial endorsements, transforming the role of a modern hip-hop superstar into a multi-dimensional cultural icon whose influence extends far beyond charts. We're talking about his third studio album, released on August 3rd, 2018, Astroworld. Big album. Through Cactus Jack Records and Grand Hustle Records and distributed by Epic Records. The album features guest vocals from Frank Ocean, Drake, Swan Lee, Kid Cudi, James Blake, Philip Bailey, Juice WRLD, Sheck West, and The Weeknd, 21 Savage, Gunna, Nav, Don Oliver. Wow, man, this is a cast. Quavo and Takeoff, among others. Production was handled by multiple producers, including Scott himself, Mike Dean, Alan Ritter, Hit Boy, Wonder Girl, Tay Keith, Tame Impala, Frank Dukes, Sunny Digital, Murder Beats, and Thundercat, among others. This album title is named after the distinct theme park, Six Flags Astroworld, which was located in Houston, Texas prior to its closure. Scott, a Houston native himself, aimed for the album to sound like taking on an amusement park. Or taking a music park away from kids. That's what he wanted it to sound like, the rage element of it. He also described the album as a continuation to his debut album, Rodeo. It received critical acclaim and performed well commercially, and that's just an understatement. Debuting atop the U.S. Billboard 200 with 537,000 albums equivalent units, because now the album sales have changed a little bit. Now It's units, things that could be equivalent to units even. So that could be, merch or whatever you put together packaged with that, or even just likes and clicks and all that stuff too. So it's all kind of changed. 270K of that was pure sales. It was certified 6 times platinum. That's difficult to do these days.
For sure.
The album was nominated at the 61st Annual Grammy Awards for Best Rap Album. It won Album of the Year at the 2019 BET Hip Hop Awards. It was named one of the best albums of 2018 and the decade by several publications, describing it as genre-defying. Singles were Butterfly Effect, Sicko Mode, Yosemite, Wake Up. The length was 58 minutes and 33 seconds. Ali chose this album for us to cover today. Why this album today, Ali?
I was actually inspired to choose this album after we reviewed Kid Cudi's album, just because I feel like Travis Scott is the evolution of Kid Cudi sonically. I mean, he literally, part of his name is after Kid Cudi, whose real first name is Scott. So that's where the Scott came from in Travis Scott.
That's crazy to actually make him a part of your name.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
He's a huge influence and inspiration to him. He got the Travis from one of his favorite uncles. So he just took those two names and made it his stage name. So that's what inspired me to pick this album. Additionally, I feel like as far as outside of the scope of what we traditionally call hip hop, I feel like Travis Scott, to me, is the best representation of that. I would say between him and maybe Kid Cudi, but I feel like Travis just did it on a bigger scale.
You're saying outside of the scope of what we normally
would normally can see, normally call hip hop, normally, whether it's boom bap, traditional trap sound, G funk, all these other sounds that we would associate with hip hop. I feel like outside of that scope, I feel like Travis does what he does the best. As far as what he's done is, inspiring many other artists after him to more so use their voice as instruments, more so than just, like it's one thing to have delivery on a song, but Travis more so makes his voice the star of the song. You know what I mean? It's more focused on how he's saying what he's saying than what he's actually saying. You know what I mean? Now, there's times where he can actually spit, which is refreshing when he does that, which is, why I do, where he's still considered hip hop, traditionally. But for the most part, he's like a hip hop rock star. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of what he is, and that's what his concerts are. They have a rock feel to them with mosh pits and all. You know what I mean? Like, majority of his audience at these shows, they don't even necessarily look like, hip hop fans, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like he attracts a whole wide, range and base of fans through what he does in hip hop and even outside of hip hop. His business models are insane. You know what I mean? Like he's probably one of the greatest marketers maybe to ever in all of music. Forget just rap. You know what I mean? Like
they said nobody's done a burger collab with McDonald's since Jordan.
Like it's insane.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and again, even and his collabs with Jordan brand with his sneakers and stuff. Like he could sell shoes better than most players in the NBA, which is insanity. Like, but that's just the brand that he's created for himself. But I feel like before Astroworld, he was building to a certain point, but I feel like Astroworld was, no pun intended, but like the launching pad to like really take him off. You know what I mean? So that's why I wanted to highlight this album in particular. Plus, I was living in Houston at the time, and I just remember what that album did to the city. It was insane, man. Like you could hear
forget about that.
all the cars, every other car driving by was playing a song from it. I remember the first Astroworld Festival. I didn't go, but I was working that night, and half the hotel was going to that show. And just to see his impact on really all of hip hop, but more particularly the youth at that time, like,
oh, it's insane. With the youth.
I would say anybody born, I would say like 95 and later, that dude got them in a chokehold. Yeah. And I just wanted to really highlight this particular project and really just give him his flowers for the musicality, what he brings to the table. It's not the traditional hip hop sense, but it's allowed hip hop to grow. You know what I mean? And to me, I feel like if you're not gonna do what we traditionally call hip hop, but kind of create this subgenre, I feel like the way to go about it is like with Travis Scott. Like Travis Scott cares. You know what I mean? Travis Scott is not out here just fucking around with music. True. You know what I mean? So
I feel like my only caveat that could be something I don't like is when others try to copy him and mimic that. You know,
True.
I think what he's doing is fine.
Yeah.
If he's doing it.
Correct.
But when others start trending that way,
I agree.
Then that's where I'm like, okay, I heard this already.
I agree. I agree.
And that happened a lot because it was so influential.
Absolutely.
Like, Sycamore was everywhere on the radio at that time. and it took over, especially having Drake on it.
Yep.
It was a
And Drake
feature.
was stupid hot at the time as well.
Yeah. So, and plus with the music video was also crazy to that. And I felt like it became kind of the sound of the late 2010s, if you could say that, because it broke the barrier of just the typical trap sound.
Yeah.
Because it was adding other elements of the rock, electric, like it was adding some other stuff there, which made it feel almost like drunk sounding. The samples, it was like, I think that part of it, as well as it made it very fun, funky. Like there was a lot of different sounds there, and the fact that he's using his voice as an instrument on top of that, all these layers, is really what like kind of sets it apart from the typical trap sound. What did you think about this, Mark? I'm interested because I know you're very, you've been traditionalist in the past with hip hop, and like, how did you feel about, covering Travis Scott, and what was your memory of like first hearing him?
When we listen to artists like this, we have to at least try to extract the good from it. Well, the good from my perspective, from this album, and knowing what he was bringing to music at a global scale, we can only benefit from it because he still brings people from outside the genre into it. We also get the privilege of him, we also get the privilege of people listening into, oh, well, who else sounds like this? Because you're also going to get within whatever application you listen to, you're going to get these, he sounds like this guy, the Kid Cudis, the people that he actually was inspired from. So it actually, in a weird sense, it's a like trickle down economy in a sort of way where you'll end up listening to other people that sound like him. Yeah. He's a very far off branch of the hip hop tree, but that branch still leads back to the tree, which is cool. And listening to it when I was, when you couldn't escape anywhere and not hear sicko mode, like you were able to hear it everywhere. From me listening to it for the podcast, it was interesting to hear it on the way to and from work. For me to extract a lot of good points from it, it's rhythmically pleasing. There's not a lot of hip hop artists out there that can do what he does, even though they do try to duplicate it, because he's already a duplicate of somebody else in a sense of him just doing a lot of Kid Cudi's work to a different level. But this is people interpreting Travis Scott's interpretation of hip hop and then just deviating from there. Artists that get inspired deviate so much that they're no longer that genre after a certain point.
Right. Yeah. You could tell early on he sounded more like Kanye West and Kid Cudi. And now he's made his own.
Right.
Thankfully here in Astroworld, he's at a point where he's not fully genreless.
Right.
He's still rooted in hip hop.
Yeah.
Which is good because it's something that we have to explain, because this is a moment in time where he's not taken off globally crazy yet. I mean, you're talking, this guy ended up getting a deal with Reese's to do the Reese's cereal, and people were going crazy over cereal.
Insane.
Right.
Like on some Trix Rabbit shit. Like they were cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs type shit.
It's what he's done, in that realm with like business and brands. We've never really seen a rapper do to that scale.
Yeah.
No.
From McDonald's to Reese's Puff cereal.
Because not even Kendrick's doing stuff like
that. No, not Jay, not nobody.
No.
I mean, we're talking McDonald's.
Right, going full
Jordan
brand
with
it, yeah.
Fucking, Reese's Puff cereal.
Yeah, I mean, Jordan was doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan was branding
Right,
out.
you know what I mean? But as an athlete, you kind of have a leg up. Yeah. This dude's doing it as a musician. That's not just, you just don't see that.
Yeah.
Like I said, McDonald's, Reese's Puff cereals, Jordan brand. This dude had WWE merch for WrestleMania. Like, anything this dude touches, it flies. And then the resale is double, triple, quadruple what it is. He just has a pulse on that kind of stuff. It's really mind-boggling, man. And the foundation of it started with the music. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And again, like Mark said, even though kind of what he does is a far kind of off branch from hip hop, the thing is, he's still rooted in hip hop because he's the one of his albums, he has a song with Kendrick Lamar. He has a song on his next album, Utopia, with West Side Gun. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't even, when you hear Travis Scott and West Side Gun, that almost don't even sound like that go together. But the song is crazy. Yeah. Like, he can tap into these different elements where he can still, even on this album, he has a song where he samples Goody Mob. You know what I mean? So he's very aware of what's going on. He samples on his latest compilation, Jack Boys 2, he has a song that samples that Bad Boy song by Shine. You know what I mean? Like, he's very tapped in, you know what I mean? Because he's of a certain age, even though, again, his fan base is a lot younger than him. I think he's born in either 92 or 93. Like, he's not that young. Like, he's in his, mid-30s at this point. So he's of an age where he's very familiar of what was going on in the 90s and the 2000s for sure. Yeah.
I like the aspect that he's world building, and that was a big time difference from any artist I've heard before him. Yeah, where the focus was, I'm building a world, and this is going to be like the whole aesthetic. This is going to be like, you're going to be brought in all the way down to the festival itself. Like, he is creating this world from clothing to branding, all of that. Like, he's bringing you in, even with doing it on the Fortnite platform. Mm-hmm. He's really, really good at that marketing of that. Like,
it's amazing.
It's different. It's different with the way he did that. So that I could kind of appreciate, because he was able to grab the attention of the young people, which is hard to do. Mm-hmm. But I like his story of the grind. Going to school, and then, like, I guess his parents thought he was still in school, but he traveled to California and then, started making music and focusing on that. So his parents are still sending him money, but he's not in school. And he's like trying to make it as a musician now and trying to make it as an artist. And I think him and his friend Chess, who was also a good rapper, and some liked him even more than Travis Scott. They ended up like emailing, like basically looking up anybody that they could. I think they got in touch with Kanye West's engineer and just emailed him. And that's how they end up eventually getting through. And all the way to the point where he ends up meeting Kanye West face to face right in front of him after all this time of like mimicking style and all that, like gets, to chop it up with them, and then be brought on to Good Music and start as a producer, making beats for Jay-Z and for Kanye West. Like, that's a crazy come up story, if I've ever heard one. And then later gets brought on to Kanye West's Yeezus album and starts working on production with that. And Yeezus was a critical, some liked it, some loved it. Yeah. That was a critical album, but he built his name already on a producer standpoint. Yep. Mm-hmm. And that's also, I think, another thing that's different with him is he's quarterbacking or orchestrating not even artists, but producers who work with him. So his hands are in everything and really trying to layer and build something different that you've never heard before. Right. So
if you look at the track, if you look at the, the credits on a lot of his songs, most of his songs have 3, 4, 5 people on them. Damn. You know what I mean? From a production standpoint.
That's just production.
Like almost every song has multiple producers. Yeah. Himself, 2 other people, or some is 3 people that's not even including him. Like he kind of, it reminds me of Kanye, you know what I mean? More so, I would say more so from like.
Took a lot from Kanye for sure.
Maybe Graduation on, where it's this super, super collaborative effort to make these records.
Getting the best of the best, yes. To put it all together, collaborate.
Definitely. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that to me is what's special about him, more so than the bars and all that. It's, what am I hearing? What new sound is this that I've never heard before? Yeah. Because like even from all the way from the bass to the drums. Everything is very distinctive. And, I never paid attention to that. Like, not using the same snare or changing it up where you would normally have a snare crack, you put the beat there. Like doing little details like that really change the sound from what you're normally hearing. So it's more than just the trap sound. It's like a culmination of a lot of different sounds mixed together into this sound that he's creating, which is world building. And I think he did a great job in as far as being known for that. My only thing with him is, I'm always hungry for bars. I'm always hungry for lyricism. I'm always hungry for, creatively, what are you going to say that's going to hit me? And with him, it's different. With him, it's more about the energy. It's more about the rage. It's more about,
vibe
the
and
vibe
feeling.
and feeling the mood. That's what he's creating more so than the lyricism itself.
Correct.
Yeah, I'd say the general consensus is you could tell that the artistry is there, the immense talent and the gift for understanding all the facets of the music is there. We want to see him lean into what we believe he can do, because there's moments where he can.
Yep.
And when you get that moment and it leaves, people long for it because they want to see it again.
Yeah.
Definitely.
His only weakness is the fact that he just doesn't want to just dig into that aspect. But amongst that one weakness is a whole plethora of just added bonuses of the fact he can make great beats. He can.
Yeah, because Antidote was crazy. That was all over the radio. Goosebumps
Was fire.
That was crazy.
That was the song where I had heard of Travis before that, but when Goosebumps came out, I was like, okay, this dude is really out of here.
And there's a formula here because it is over guitar riffs, and it's also kind of messed with the pitch a little bit. Like it's very, like I said, kind of feels drunk. Sampling, that's different. That's something that's not typical. You haven't heard that before. Layered with a bunch of other stuff, and then I also noticed too, that kind of like that triplet, Migos flow, he does that on beats that don't really call for that.
True.
There'll be beats that you wouldn't think to do that cadence or flow to, where he's doing that to. So to me, I thought that was different about him. Rolling into that, what do you guys think about when we look at his style? What do you get from that?
I often joke that he's not really from here. I always say he's from another planet, because it's almost hard to really put a finger on it. There's elements of traditional hip hop in it, but there's elements of, trap. There's elements of, even just down to him using his voice the way he does. It's not a direct descendant of it, but I would say, the OGs of doing that, Roger Troutman or T-Pain, to where their voice is the standout, and Travis really big on that, to where, you're not so much listening, like I said, it's not for lyrics, more so for feeling.
Yeah.
And he knows, even his ad-libs, straight up or it's lit, he uses them enough to get you going and where you're excited to hear it,
up, right?
But he doesn't use them so much where you're tired of it.
Right. No.
You know what I mean? It's not like he says it's lit 6 times a song. You would get sick of it. You know what I mean?
In the right pockets.
It's always at the right time. He really, I don't know if he studied it or just really just figured out when to do it. But like I said, when it comes to his ad-libs, it's it's always at the perfect time. Not too much, but enough times to where you wait for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
And I love the production. The beats feel fun. They feel bouncy. They feel, all the sounds I've never heard. On Sickle Mode, the
crazy.
Yeah.
Where have we ever heard that?
Crazy.
I can't think of, that's not a reused sound. I don't know where that came from. But it also creates the vision of it feeling like a festival or feeling like you're at a theme park.
Yep.
The sound of it, audibly sounds like that. So I like how that's all thought of. Like that's all on purpose. That's
Yes.
not just by accident.
No.
That it sounds like that.
He's very intentional with what he does.
And that loop still stands out to this day. There's a podcaster that they use that sample. Like whenever there's a lit moment, the it's kind of crazy, like how it's transformed and filtered all the way through there. I do want to kind of touch a little bit about this performance on Fortnite too, because I felt like that was also a big moment. Groundbreaking for an artist to jump on this platform, a gaming platform. It's big enough to have your song on a game.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a great introduction.
Absolutely.
But to have a concert insert into a game, that's breaking ground that I've never seen.
Different, man.
Yeah, that's almost like doing it in VR or something.
Yeah.
Which we haven't seen an artist do yet, I don't think. But the fact that you made this concert available to literally everyone, like, because you don't have to leave your home.
Yeah.
You're right there in your comfortable living room, enjoying this once only show, because it's not like it's repeated constantly.
Right.
It's like it's actually live. And then giving a production and it paying off and just being an experience. That's the key thing, is the experience.
Yeah.
And all this.
Yep.
Like from having Utopia in a little suitcase, like just the visual experience of hype building is crazy.
He's so good at
on
that.
different levels. Can you guys think of another artist that like did it in that way? Is there another one that like hyped up like an album like that?
Oh no! The only time that I remember a concert being able to be seen in a game was when Phil Collins was in Vice City Stories, and you had Vice City Stories on the PSP,
Right.
like where you had to save Phil Collins because there was a mission where like if you didn't save him, something was gonna crush him during the performance. But if you save him, he does the "In the Air Tonight" song.
That's crazy.
In the game, in PSP graphics. So it's like that was it. That's the only time I've ever seen it to where like you get an actual artist to, especially at that magnitude of Travis Scott.
To build up the hype. Because he mentioned
there's no build up.
He mentioned Astroworld, right? Like kind of before the second album.
Yeah.
He mentioned, I'm going to be working on this album called Astroworld. Already starting a hype,
Yes.
like I'm trying to think of another artist that built up this much hype
And delivered.
and delivered, over delivered.
Because the only other time, sadly to say, but the only album I can remember getting hyped to some crazy degree, but unfortunately it didn't deliver. Not because it wasn't good, because it never came out. Detox.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Detox
Because
was
had Detox came in, over delivered.
Yeah.
Let's say 2010. Okay, a little late.
Yeah.
But if it delivered, it
Right.
over delivered,
We still be talking about it today.
we'd be talking about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, whereas with Travis Scott, he mentions Astroworld around album number 2. You know what I mean? And then even with Utopia, Astroworld had been out maybe a year.
Right.
He's already talking about Utopia. It didn't come out for like 4 years.
Maybe Kanye West's Gandhi, the Gandhi album. That one, I felt like when he mentioned that, I thought that was
Oh, you
anticipated.
mean Donda?
No, Gandhi.
Gandhi.
Yeah, he was gonna have an album called Gandhi before he gave his life, or before he changed and went like
I
Christian.
don't remember that.
Yeah, it was kind of right during the time when he was doing the Coachella festival.
Okay.
Like he was gonna do an album called Gandhi, and that would have been kind of crazy. I think there was hype for that. Like people still want it to this day.
Okay.
So that was one.
Yeah, it's like
It's few though. It's not a whole lot.
Nah, not many artists do, and like I said, none of them do it as well as
Maybe
Travis
50
does.
Cent. Was there hype over 50 Cent after all the mixtapes drops and all that?
Like there was hype for Get Rich or Die Trying, but it wasn't like promoted hype.
Right.
You know what I mean? It wasn't like something that we would see in our faces for months or over a year. It was just like, okay, this hot dude 50 Cent.
Yeah, we got the
he's
Wanksta music video on that.
right, and that was it. And then
Right.
4, 5, 6 months later, Get Rich or Die. Like it was hype for the album, but it wasn't promoted hype. Like we didn't even know the name of the album at first. Like we just knew, okay, 50's gonna come with an album soon. What's it gonna be? But like Travis says, I know it's gonna be called.
Maybe the 50 Cent Kanye West battle.
There was hype
for
there
that,
for
yeah.
sure. But even that was within the year.
Right.
You know what I mean? That was build up to the album. We know it's coming. We know the names of these albums. The hype is the sales battle.
Right.
This is Travis Scott literally coming out. He drops an album a year later. I'm gonna drop this other album. This is what it's gonna be called. and for the next 2 years or whatever, I'm gonna be hyping it in various ways through various projects, and I'll throw a free song out where I mention it or something, or I'll do a merch line and sell. Like he just does it in all ways possible throughout culture.
Yeah.
And just to that level, we've just never seen it
like that.
Nah.
No. So that has to be appreciated, to over deliver like that. The next thing is just being able to commercially like advertise through all these different ways and means.
It's unreal.
Like is it crazy that nobody else has really done it like that? Like,
not to that level.
Wouldn't that be a no-brainer to do stuff like that, or is that too much pressure? What do you?
To me, I think it's knowing yourself and knowing your base, and those two things sound simple, but everybody can't execute it. At least not to that level. Like, we've seen artists do great in business. Like, Jay-Z's great in business. Sure. Nas is great in business. Dr. Dre's had great business ventures. 50 Cent had great business ventures.
Dre
you know what I
Beats
mean?
Different stuff, yeah.
But with Travis Scott, he's like, okay, I'm not just going to make, like okay, Jay-Z had Rockaware. You know what I mean? Travis Scott, his Cactus Jack line, you can't go in the store and buy that.
No, you have to get that exclusively.
I drop a drop here.
Drop.
It's online for a week. You get the shirts. Once they're gone, they're gone.
Yeah. And
now you're going to have to buy them on eBay for $200. Like,
and they could go up in value.
Yeah. He puts out a Jordan sneaker. It's out. Hard to get. You get it. Cool. If you don't, you got to pay $600 to $1,000 for it. Mm-hmm. Like, he's just found a way to do it with the McDonald's collab. After him, other artists had McDonald's meals. J Balvin,
sure,
Cardi B,
again too.
You know what I mean?
But even right now, K-pop stuff.
But when Travis had the McDonald's meal, he also had merch with it. So he had merch come out with it.
He packaged it better.
And now he put the shirts out. You got to buy them for X amount of time. Once they're gone, now they're gone. Again, like I said, fucking this year at WrestleMania, he had a merch line. The merch was amazing. It comes out, you got a week to buy it. Once that week is over, it's gone. You know what I mean? Like, he's just found a way he could touch all these different areas: sports, fast food, video games, fashion, and he's just found ways to make it all work.
It shows how vast his audience is because he dabbles in different areas, different areas of
even with meeting the Kardashians in a reality.
Yeah,
he's in there.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah.
It just shows. Like, remember Exhibit did the Pimp My Ride? That he got a whole audience just from that.
For sure.
So you can imagine, like you're saying, if he's in all these different venues, it's just more and more.
It's all working. Like, he had so he was putting out soccer jerseys with Barcelona a couple months ago. Like, he has yet to do a collab that missed. You know what I mean? That's the thing about it. It's like, do you even watch soccer? I don't know, but he makes it feel real.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's like, the name Travis Scott behind.
He's found ways to get into these different worlds, like I said, from soccer to fashion, video games, fast food, wrestling. Everything he's touched, the collabs work.
Right. Not even the guy he idolizes, Kanye West, has been doing
all areas. Like,
all areas.
The fashion, he got it.
He got that.
He got that part. But Kanye couldn't come out tomorrow with a Reese's Puff cereal. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
or at all.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean. Like, he's in these. Like I said,
he's played the game right. And,
I don't know.
And peace to Kanye West, because he's a close second on what they were doing, because
100%.
He was at a particular moment in hip hop where people were doing it. Jay-Z had the S dots. G-Unit had their own shoes. Yep. You had all these collabs with everybody, trying to make it into the the wardrobe industry.
Right.
Kanye did it to a very, very successful level. Right. Like, if anything, he was the dude at first until Travis Scott became the first place dude by a long leg.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. It's impressive.
Yeah. Only to get outshadowed by Travis Scott, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Ye was like the first one to really do it to a big level. And then Travis came and just way beyond.
Yeah.
To the point where if he never drops another album, he's good.
Yeah.
Like
Because
he doesn't have to.
He could just do drops the rest of his life.
The rest of his life, he never has to make another album.
And the festival thing, that ended up turning out to be
That was a tragedy.
it was a tragedy.
Unfortunately,
But the hype around it was so crazy. Like so many people showed up, packed that thing out to the point where people literally died because of how packed it was.
Yeah, it was unfortunate what happened,
and that messed up a lot of his deals.
It did. He had to take a step back.
Yeah,
he had to take a step back for about a year or so.
There was one time when I was at an event where I was selling my pins, and there was just a lady with like one big tarp worth of just Travis Scott Astroworld merch that was just in piles of like just trying to like get rid of it. Yeah, but
his name was Mud for a little bit.
yeah.
For a little while.
It wasn't like it was his fault. You know, people, I think, just they like to blame somebody.
He's the name.
You know, he's the name on the ticket.
For them suing the company that, you know, or the LLC he represents or the corporation, whichever he set it up as, he's still the guy of it.
Yeah.
You know,
it's his
so-
concert.
Yeah,
or his
and the press is going to eat that up like Travis Scott's concert responsible for slangs.
Right.
You know, just it sucks when you hear about that because concerts are supposed to be like a musical iteration of Disneyland where no one's supposed to get hurt.
Correct.
Yeah.
And where you hear people die because of it, it's just unfortunate.
It is.
Because he doesn't want that from the pure heart of just being an artist. He just wants people to hear his music, and when you see
fun.
that, it's like, oh, bro.
Yeah,
That's killer,
that was
man.
unfortunate.
I have a question for you guys. When somebody's this successful, like, you know, able to navigate all these different commercial, you know, opportunities, do you feel that that's purely just that's truly just them being able to navigate that on their own, or is there a backing that's pushing that?
I think in Travis's case, it's both.
Okay.
Because I feel like initially it was just him. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was off the back of what he was doing, what he was putting out, what was working.
Because the early
his
stories of him
deals.
emailing everybody, that had to be him.
You know what I mean?
Him doing all that.
So I feel like in the beginning, it was just him. But what happens when something works, somebody else wants a piece of
They
it.
want to make money.
That's it. So it's like, oh, his merch is selling like, because his merch, everybody has concert merch.
Right.
But
This is another level,
It's
though.
different with
It's different with
it
Travis
is
Scott.
different. I've seen it. It's not. It's different.
It's way different.
It's elevated. It's not just some regular little T-shirt. It's like the quality's there. He puts his own thoughts and twists in what he's designing. Like, it's amazing. The only other artist from a merch standpoint that I can even compare him to is West Side Gun. He's the only other one to me that's on that level, at least in that department. But with Travis Scott, again, once one thing works, McDonald's, I want some Travis Scott money.
make a deal.
Reese's Puff, General Mills, I want that Travis Scott money. I'm not turning it down.
WWE saw it.
WWE saw it. Same thing.
Dude, and you don't get anybody just waltzing in there to do a one-off.
Right.
Yeah, but to do almost a whole
Storyline
based out of it.
Oh, that's how much they
They
really betted
based
on
a
it?
storyline with Travis Scott.
A lot was going to develop at this last WrestleMania, but apparently he wasn't all about of trying to like wrestle and do all that.
Right.
After that, he was like, "Oh, I actually have to do more than this."
That's
like,
when they cut him off.
That's when he was out.
But before that, they were really gonna have him involved and have matches and stuff. Like it was a big deal.
Dude,
That would have been a spectacle for sure.
The only one to really get an amazing pop, and this is still part of music, but dude, when Bad Bunny had a main event in Puerto Rico on a pay-per-view, bro.
Nuts.
I've never heard a wrestling reaction that loud
For a
And
non-wrestler.
we're talking of all of wrestling for just an artist that would just do wrestling.
Shout
and
out
not
Bad
only
Bunny.
that, he was actually dope.
The match was good.
He actually had a good match.
Shout out Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
And he's worked with Travis Scott. Again, Travis Scott knowing to work with somebody like a Bad Bunny. That's what I'm saying.
Or
Like
21.
he knows. He knows what to do. Like, so, but yeah, to answer your question, I feel like initially it was just him. Then when stuff starts working, now everybody else wants in, from McDonald's to WWE, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah.
Because from the music standpoint, like Master A said, they want to know how we can make money. How can we make money? And I mean, obviously we know that makes sense for them, right? but it also does take a certain level of talent and also just marketing ability to actually execute it and make it work.
Yes.
Because like you said, other artists have done the McDonald's thing, but not on the level like he's doing it, you know?
Yeah.
Which who cares about all that detail and all that stuff?
Yep.
So different cat we're dealing with here. Not the typical. You guys might have thought he was just just like an average guy on just being pumped by the mainstream, but he actually had something here that was special.
It works.
Did we talk about the style? I mean,
well, we're up to at this point.
Cover.
We're talking about the cover of Astroworld now.
okay, yeah, we did kind of touch on the style already.
Yeah.
So going into the cover, for those who are listening, we're looking at Astroworld. So this was a depiction of the Six Flags Astroworld that was in Houston, Texas. It had something that looks kind of similar to this, and what this is a big giant head coming out of the ground. It's gold. It has this mouth open. This is Travis Scott's head. And his mouth opening is the entrance to Astroworld, which is this theme park festival, or his world, in other words. And you have two kids in the front, one eating a lollipop with popcorn in the sand, the other jumping up, kind of looking like they're just kids being kids, having fun, popcorn flying. And then in the background, you have like parents taking their kids in the mouth, which is the entrance. You have some kids cleaning up, raking up the popcorn.
A bunch of popcorn on the floor.
A lot of popcorn on the floor. You have a car that's looks like it was on fire at one point, beat up, and then you have a rocket to the left side. There's a statue next to the giant head. I don't know what it's a statue of. It looks like some
guy.
Yeah, soldier or Roman soldier or gladiator or something. And then in the background you have the festival type ribbons, and then you have just rides and stuff in the background. No title on the album cover. It's just a pure image, and then you have the parental advisory. What do you guys get after looking at this iconic album cover?
I mean, he's touching on the theme park aspect of it. Yeah. Obviously, it's an ode to the park in Houston. Houston is known as Space City because, NASA is there. You got the rocket there.
So, yeah, that represents the rockets.
You got, Houston got the rockets, the Astros. So, Houston's very, space-oriented.
Yeah, I missed that. Okay. Yeah.
So, he was, this is around the time, this is actually 2018, so the Rockets were really, really good this year. And he was at all the games, courtside, like just this whole vibe of Houston and space and theme park, like it just all coincides in this world he's building with this theme park. It's like an imaginary / real theme park.
Yeah, so for that gold bronze statue it says on the globe, it says the world. It says world, and I can only assume it's one of the statues, because there's multiple statues in Scarface. There's multiple people on the statue that says the world is yours, but this guy's not holding it. So this is, there's symbolism to, someone holding a globe. That's Atlas, the Greek god.
Right.
The Titan who was banished by the gods to hold the world on his back. Well, this one isn't holding the world on his back anymore, and he's free. So it's a Titan that's now free, if anything.
That's crazy.
Whether or not it's based on the Scarface, the world is yours statue.
Right.
Maybe he's just literally just positioned that just to say the world, and that guy was holding it. But this person, which we can only assume now is Atlas, is free from that. So it's a Titan that's free from the gods.
Interesting.
So
what do you guys think the burning car represents, or what's that about?
I think that's just kind of that kind of wild energy that, like takes place in the rage energy, from his shows. You know what I mean? I think that just kind of symbolizes that, to be honest, just the type of things that can go off. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then you already see him having kids on the cover. I mean, it's just where he's marketing to the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To get the future fans.
It's crazy because, people always have these weird theories, and he was one of those guys for sure that was targeted about these theories about, him having that. It's they would just say that it had a sinister, thing about it too. So he's definitely a target of that. And I think that because of what happened at the festival, that just like added fuel to that as well. But, when you actually like objectively, I guess, see the artistry and that he cares about the music, you kind of see it for what it is, He obviously cares about his fans and everything like that. He cares about the music. So, but I do want to just mention that because that is something to this imagery even where they kind of like tie it to that too. But they'll tie anything to any which what.
Yeah. We would just need the valid interpretation from him, but I mean, are we really going to get it?
No, no, not. We're not going to get it. So for this point in time, this is when we go into the 3 tracks that we choose out of the album.
Going into his mouth is wild. I'll just say that.
It is kind of wild. Yeah.
Was it like Aladdin, like the tiger
oh,
and the sands?
Yeah.
It's gold.
Who disturbs my slumber? It is me, Jafar.
Oh, man.
Just give me the lamp. Give me the lamp first. But yeah,
that's a classic.
yeah, you're right. It is kind of weird entering his mouth.
Because isn't that still the entrance in the Astroworld concert? Is that they have a bigger version of that?
Yeah. The concerts he does those. Yep. Yeah. For at least during that time when he was touring. Yep.
Yeah. Also, too, I want to mention whenever you make it big, mainstream, you're bound to run into people that have other agendas and stuff and put imagery in music videos that are even beyond you. And that's just something that's there. I mean, I hate to say it, but Jay-Z has been a target of that. Other artists that are popular have been a target of that. Beyonce's been a target of that.
Kanye.
So there's other people around that have other agendas that put other things similar into movies. They do it with movies too. So we jump into 3 tracks here. We go into 3 that we chose, and it's kind of hard because this was very a fluid album. You had mentioned like even the first 4 tracks felt like one big track.
We just do tracks 1 through 4 as one track.
Because of the sequencing, right? The sequencing felt like a roller coaster. It felt like, you were taken on this journey. The first track that we're choosing is Stargazing as being number 1. That's the first track of the album. Then we go into what's the second one that we chose?
Sicko Mode.
Sicko Mode. And then the third one was No Bystanders. So out of these 3, Sicko Mode was the single, and the other 2 are going to be just notables from us. Yeah. Stargazing, I think, was the right track to like kick this off.
Great opener.
Yeah. It's crazy because now I think about Kendrick's line about, I was stargazing, me and my... So we're going to Stargazing as being the first one. When you guys would mind starting it.
So he starts with the hook, rolling, got me stargazing.
Yeah.
Sip on purpose, feel like the bar, baby.
It's late.
Whatever I did, I got me going crazy. Psychedelics got me going crazy. I was hot as hell out in the heat. Then the storm came in and saved my life. Head up to the sky, down on my knees. Out of nowhere, you came here to say the night in the nighttime. Like that's the thing. Like it's his voice. Yeah. Like you almost have to kind of sing it because it's just how he did it.
Right. Yeah. Perfect blend of like singing and going into rapping.
And then the verse he just goes rolling, got me stargazing. Psychedelics got me going crazy. It's femeling, they excelling. Are they intelling? We propelling. Up top with Ellen. Kill the jealous with propane repellent. Got me going crazy.
All right, stop there. Let's see if we could pick out anything out of this. I forgot to mention that his whole music soundscape does give you the feeling of psychedelic. Like that's a big one, and he says it right there. But anything that we could pull out of here lyrically, what's going on, or even just what he's saying?
I mean, it sounds like he's on an acid trip damn near.
Yeah.
Like some type of or acid or like popping a pill or something.
We propelling, so we're going up, right? Up top with Ellen. What does that mean? Just
I think maybe Ellen DeGeneres.
Ellen DeGeneres,
the top of Star Power.
Yeah, because she was at a point where she was
one of the hottest talk shows at the time.
Right.
Yep. So we propelling up top with Ellen. He had performed on the show before, so just shout out there.
Kill the jealous with propane repellent, which is, I mean, propane's going to be flammable. So if you're going to try to repel, he's basically killing him with a flamethrower. A propane repellent is just, it's the equivalent of just getting a hairspray in a match.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, that's what I'm getting from it. It's like you're just burning them, just throwing the flamethrower.
All the haters.
Yeah.
That's dope imagery, though.
Yeah.
On tour, we tell them we
brought the section. Yeah. They keep on calling up. It's getting hectic. Like we projected. So we cut the plug. He's injected. Got me going crazy. And the hook comes again.
Yeah. And then rolling is the synonymous term. So when you're at a rave, take ecstasy, you're rolling. Let me see. It's hot as hell out in the heat. And the storm came in and saved my life. Head up to the sky, down on my knees. Out of nowhere, he came to save the night in the nighttime. And then he goes with his second verse. He's like, okay, I've been up for some days. I ain't got time to lay just to drown out all these thoughts. I tried all kinds of things. If I take you to my past.
It's when the beat changed before. Yep.
If I take you to my past, you'll be traumatized. Got 1,000 kids outside that's trying to come alive. 99 took Astroworld. It had to relocate. So he's talking about the original spot that it moved from. Because Astroworld, if I'm not mistaken, it was actually right in front of the old Astro Stadium.
Yep.
Yeah.
Off the 16. Yep.
Yeah. Told the dogs I'd bring it back. It was a seal of faith. So bringing Astroworld back in form of his concert. Before No Car Notes, Baby Girl, she played the tourist guide. Oh man, I really gotta get. Let me see.
What?
It's okay. He's talking about when Kylie Jenner. He's talking about Kylie in this. Got the keys into my city. Now she know the rides. So this is a slight nod at Kylie Jenner when he was dating her. Got new money. Got new problems. Got new enemies. Yeah, all three will get you some. Money will do that for you. When you make it to the tops, that's the amenities. Packing out Toyota like I'm in the league. Toyota Arena is the Houston Astros.
Okay, we got something here. We got some bars here.
The Houston Rockets. Sorry,
that's where the Rockets play.
It ain't a mosh pit if they ain't no injuries. That's
so people
bad. That's bad foreshadowing.
A lot of people play off of that.
I got him stage diving out the nosebleeds. All right. Peace to Matthew McConaughey with that one. She'll hit that booger sugar till her nose bleed. All right. Bounce that shit forever. She on both knees. She was talking about forever. Got a whole week.
Damn. Wow.
True player.
Damn.
But she know my baby mama is a trophy. She be throwing up in bees like we both bleed. She keep my dick jumping up like feel like I'm Moby. Oh wait, Moby Dick. Nice. Okay, some good literary analogy there. I'm way too gold for this beef. Feel like I'm Kobe. Kobe beef, and then Kobe has too many rings.
Right, man.
This right here is astronomical. I see you parked up all my ways. I feel responsible. They trying to say that all my problems is improbable. Damn, improbable problems. They keep itching at my spirit. I'm diabolical. Feel me?
Yeah.
Very. It's a cadence.
Yeah.
It's a cadence that keeps through.
Yes.
It's rhythmically pleasing because if you maintain a cadence, it becomes addicted because you hear the frequency over and over again. That is a hard gift to attain in hip hop because we think about it in bars. We never think about it as rhythm. Only the best think about it in rhythm.
Right.
When we just bar out, we bar out. But I mean, there's the other side of it where it's just hypnotic in this end, where you lose you lose in the department of lyricism, but you excel in the department of, dude, this is rhythmically pleasing to my ears.
Yes.
My ears are pleased, not just and my brain isn't lyrically pleased, but just sonically and rhythmically it's pleased.
There are a few things in here though. There's a few of the bars that hit, and there is some storytelling, like of his own story. Being one of trying to rise to the top, but being distracted by other amenities, other things in life that come at you, whether it's drugs or just people's opinions or whatever it be. But there's still storytelling going on here. If you really dig for it. and stargazing, but a dope track to begin this. This is the beginning of the world building that we have, and then you go into Carousel, which is like it flows right into like a roller coaster. Like it changes gears a little bit, and then we come to Sicko Mode, which changes another gear.
Yeah.
But it all feels fluid. Like it all feels like it was one big 15-minute, like, I don't know, 15-minute track or something. Like it felt like it was one thing.
Mm-hmm.
So we move into Sicko Mode. This was a big track in what year was this? 2017 or
2018?
2018. Yeah, this
one thing he did on here that was kind of crazy too. He hid the features.
Yeah,
so you don't know who's on the song till you listen to it, which I actually kind of like. A lot of times you just see features, and sometimes people just go straight to it.
Yeah.
So you don't know who's on what, and you just got to listen to it.
That's kind of dope. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is kind of dope. Although, when in hindsight, I still want to know what the feature was. But yeah, it's dope when you first like trying to get surprised.
Right. Yeah, going back to it, you like I kind of want to remember who's on there.
But it's a cool surprise. The
initial around. Listen, yes.
Yeah. Sun is down, freezing cold. That's how we already know winter's here. My dog would probably do it for a Louis belt. That's just all he know. He don't know nothing else. I try to show him. Going on you with the pick and roll. Young LaFlame, he in Sicko Mode, and then it cuts. Mm-hmm. Boom, boom, boom. What is Drake referring to in here? Talking, what is he really talking about here?
This verse, I'm not really sure, to be honest. His longer verse, there's a lot more kind of substance to it a little bit. This one here, I think he's just trying to set the tone. I don't really think there's anything like...
It's very descriptive because for it to be, okay, the sun is down, so it's freezing cold. That's how we already know winter's here. So, okay, he's talking about winter coming. You know when the sun's down, it's cold. My dog would probably do it for a Louis belt. My dog referring to Travis or just a homie or something, maybe, but do it for a Louis belt. That's just all he know. Do probably what? Do something for a Louis belt. So do a crime for a Louis belt or steal it for a Louis belt or something.
Do something. It's going to be subjective.
You don't know nothing else. I try to show him. Okay. So it's a cool little piece. Maybe it's a teaser for his verse later when it comes. But we get part 2. It's a beat change up. Mm-hmm. That's one thing I liked about this too, is like the switches, the beat switches.
He's really good with those.
This is about the point in time when I started noticing like, oh, this is what we're doing now. We're switching the beat in the middle of the track, which before we just kept one beat all the way through.
Right.
So this is different. Whoa, made this here with all the ice on in the booth. At the gate outside when they pull up the loose. Yeah, jump out, boys. The Nike boys hopping out the coops. The shit way too big. When we pull up, we get the loot. Give me the loot. Was off the Remy. Had up a Papoose.
So Papoose, the rapper.
Papoose, Remy Ma.
Remy Ma's lady.
Mm-hmm. That's dope. Was off the Remy. Had up a Papoose. That's tight. Had to hit my old town to duck the noose. 2-4 lockdown. We made no moves. Now it's 4 a.m. and I'm back popping up with the crew. I just landed in Chase B, mixes pop like Jamba Juice. Chase B being his
DJ. That's his DJ.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Pop up Jamba Juice, different colored chains. Think my jewelers were selling fruits. That's crazy. Okay. And they choking man, know they crackers wish they would. It was a noose.
Damn.
He was spitting on this one though.
Mm-hmm.
He was spitting on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Because it felt a little bit more on the traditional side with the beat and him going in. So yeah, it definitely had our attention.
Mm-hmm.
What's this next part? This is Big Hawk and Sway Lee.
Sway Lee, yeah. It was just kind of like almost not really a hook, but just like a
bridge.
Yeah.
Okay, and then verse 2. Which one do you guys want to do that one?
I'll do it. Yeah, this shit way too formal. Y'all know I don't follow suit. Punchline to the, anytime you're in a formal set,
right.
You wear a suit, but he doesn't follow suit. Stacey Dash, most of these girls ain't got a clue.
That's hard.
So, DJ Clue.
Now, Stacey Dash and Clueless.
Oh, gotcha.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Stacey Dash, most of these girls ain't got a clue. All of these hoes I made records. All these hoes I made off records I produced. Damn. I might take all my exes and put them all in a group. hit my essays. I need a booch. I need the booch. Booch.
Booch.
Oh, slang for cocaine.
Okay. Didn't know that.
About to turn this function into Bonnaroo. Told her hop in, you coming too. Nice. Nice. In the 305, bitches treat me like I'm Uncle Luke. Don't stop.
Pop that
pussy. Stop. How to slop the top off. It's just the roof. She said, where we going? I said, the moon. We ain't even make it to the room. She thought it was the ocean. It's just the pool. Now I got her open. It's just the goose. Who put this shit together? I'm the glue. It's
that line right there says it all too. That last bar. Who put this shit together? I'm the glue. He's the one that's putting all this sound from the beat to the lyrics together.
Yep. Yeah. Then we get another beat switch, and then this one, and then Drake coming. She's in love with who I am. Back in high school, I used to bust it to the dance. Now I hit the FBO with duffels in my hand. I did a half a zan, 13 hours till I land. Had me out like a light. And some say this verse is some shots at Kanye in this verse. He's definitely
which is
shots.
Ironic, him rapping with Travis Scott, who is the brother-in-law of Kanye West.
And was signing good music and all of that.
Right.
Yeah, he's throwing shots here at Ye / slightly Pusha T a little bit.
Yeah, talking about like he's going to see Kim Kardashian or something.
Out like a light, slept through the flight.
Drake, king of subliminals, by the way.
Knocked for the night. 767, man, this shit got double bedroom. Man, I still got scores to settle, man. I crept down the block, made a right, cut the lights, paid the price.
They said this describes him literally coming from his house
going
to Kanye West's,
the
exact left and right and whatever.
Just think it's sweet. It's on sight. Nothing nice, but gets in my ice. Jesus Christ, checks over stripes. That's what I like. That's what we like. Lost my respect. You not a threat. When I shoot my shot, that shit wetty like I'm Shaq. See the shots that I took, wet like I'm Book, wet like I'm Lizzie. I be spinning valley circles till I'm dizzy.
You know what's crazy about Drake too is like they say that his style adapts to like almost each artist. And I could kind of hear like some Travis Scott in here, the way he's spitting these bars. But, I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. The fact that you're like a ditto on the mic and you like can copy styles sort of.
Yeah.
Like he did that with Triple Xeon, some other people too.
And then the checks over stripes. So that part in particular is, it's a double meaning. So I'm about getting money over stripes in the street.
Right.
But also it's checks over stripes, Nikes over Adidas.
Yeah.
Because around this time, again, he was starting to flirt with trying to do a deal with Adidas because he was originally doing stuff with Nike, but it was looking like he was going to leave, go with Adidas. Then the Pusha T thing happens and that kills it. Yeah. So he goes back. This is him taking a shot at Adidas because he went back with Nike.
And some say also Kanye too, because Kanye was with Adidas.
With Adidas as well. Him and Push were both with Adidas. Yep. So that's just making that clear. Like, where is he? No one's seen him. I'm trying to clean him. She's in love with who I am. Back at school, I used to bust it to the dance. Now I hit the FBO with duffels in my hands. I did a half a zan, 13 hours later till I land. Had me out like a light. And Travis jump on.
Yeah, she passed the dogs, the celly, sending texts and sending kites. The kites, the prison message that you put on paper. Right. He said, keep that on lock. I said, I know this shit. It's stife. Yeah. It's that salute. Yeah, I'm back. Reboot. Explaining a reboot, all in its own. La Ferrari to Jamba Juice. Yeah, skirt. We back on the road. They jumping off. No parachute. Shorty in the back says she working on her glutes. Nice. Ain't by the book. Yeah, this how it look. About to check. Yeah, just check the foots. Yeah, passes to my daughter. I'ma show her what it took. Baby mama cover 4's got all these bitches shook.
Damn.
That's when you know you made it.
Stunting.
That is definitely on sicko mode.
Mm-hmm.
And I was gonna say too, and that led to also Clips firing shots even at Travis Scott recently.
Later on, yep. Mm-hmm.
Because Travis Scott, they said that he pulled up in the middle of their session and
playing them.
Later goes on with lets Drake come on and diss them. And
the song one on Utopia where Drake's dissing Pusha T and all of that. So yeah, he does a lot of fence sitting, unfortunately.
Right.
And Push don't rock with none of that.
Don't rock with that
at all.
Nah. We move on to the last track, which is going to be, what do we choose on this?
No Bystanders.
Oh yeah, that's right. No Bystanders.
Yeah, I just want to do Travis' first verse because to me this is one of his best verses from a lyrical standpoint. Not necessarily what he's saying, but the flow was crazy. So first it just starts off with like Juice WRLD. He goes, "The party never ends in a motel land with my sands. I'm trying to get revenge. You'll be out of all the love in the end."
And it's crazy because Juice WRLD too, singer, but the dude could actually spit.
Yes, he can. Yep.
It's crazy.
They got actually, talent with that.
Yeah.
And Travis spent 10 hours on this flight, man. Told the pilot ain't no flight plans. Can't believe whatever I'm seeing. And they know whenever I land. Yeah. Fuck the club up. Fuck the club up. Bitch, fuck the club up. Fuck the club up, bitch. Fuck the club. Come on now.
In a club?
This went crazy.
Yeah.
And then Juice WRLD does his part again.
If I was a club owner, I would not want to.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Your club is going up in flames.
You better check your insurance policy.
Don't do that. Don't do that. And then Travis' first verse, he goes, "Bicentennial man, put the city on slam. She get trippy off Zans, lost 21 grams, and she did it on cam. Wasn't no video dance. Made my own rules. I really don't pick, I just choose. I don't sit pickers, I just shoot. Shop to get screwed. I told her it's BYOB. That mean buy your own boobs. Put it on God. He the one that put me on top. Can't put me in a box. Got to move on the ops. Devil got to move on the drop. He's trying to get me on the sky and move that deep. Trying to run it down, shit steep. Got to act a fool with the squad. Next city, no sleep till I'm back in the 713.
That flow is cadences. Yeah.
He was just going like I can say he showed signs that like I can spit when I really want to.
Heartbreak Hotel. Bet you can't take no L's. Plug like AOL.
Damn.
Showing his age.
Whole reference right there.
Who said I ain't going to sell? Hand me the H, I'll sell. She said I said I ain't going to tell. Buy it by the pound, so ain't got no scale. I'm sick of the drink, yeah. I'm flipping off paint, yeah. Gripping the grain, wood grain, yeah. Whipping the tank, Wu-Tang, yeah. So Wu-Tang's album After Forever, Iron Flag had a tank in it.
Oh yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
So he's making the tank his whip.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It's gonna flame, bang, yeah, bitch. I'm with the gang, yeah. Got your bitch on a plane. That's when you know it's over, fellas. If she's on someone else's plane,
it's over with.
Or if you don't have a vehicle and she's on a plane of someone else's, it's
done.
Over, it was just your turn.
I'll jump on to the first three here. Travis Scott, Family Function, Ain't No Friends, Had a Line Around My Ends, Turn M's into M's. Why you trying to make amends? That's what a smell. What's that smell? It's heaven sent. And like I jumped straight out the world, dodging hell and sins. I can't go back there again. Nah, the dogs ain't civilized. Take the one, feel vilified. You can't see my sons like the light don't hit they side. In the function, and I'm fried. It's a strive, not a drive. When they open wide, it's a riot. Fuck the club up.
Fuck the club up, bitch. Fuck the club up. Fuck the club up.
Imagine the announcer, please refrain from fucking the club up, please.
Please do not fuck the club up.
We'd appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, energy, vibe, mood, feel. That's all of what he's creating.
Do you guys also feel that he's aware of what he's providing to music? I don't even want to say hip hop, but like, do you kind of feel like the idea that where he kind of knows where this is going to go music.
Like Ali said, the rock star thing, I think that's 100% kind of the lane he's choosing, more so than just hip hop. But he's using it as a vehicle.
And timeline wise, this is before he kind of would have had that self-awareness, right?
I would think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would think so.
And I mean, I think Rodeo showed very much glimpses. Even people like Rodeo even more than this.
Oh yeah. There's people that say Rodeo is his best album.
Yeah. Which, has all those feelings in it. But this one, I think, was more of a culmination of a lot of different sounds. And then it also felt fun. But then also there was created like this hype for it. Yes. So, yeah, it made a mark. Some say that it, defied the 2010s as far as sound.
Yeah.
I mean, if we were to choose an album out of the 2010s, where would this land?
I mean, it's in there. I mean, the 2010s. I mean, again, this is a period where there's so much music dropping, it's almost hard to narrow it down. But Astroworld is definitely, if I had to really like make a list,
because I'm thinking big names. I'm thinking Drake.
I would say
Kendrick, Cole. Future.
Yeah, I would say
Travis.
I would say Astroworld. I would say is one of the. Maybe I would say 10 most important hip hop albums of the 2010s.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I would put it. As far as this level of importance. I'm not saying it's top 10 best, but like as far as importance, I think.
Would you drive it up to 5?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, I had to really sit and think, but like I can say top 10 without thinking. 5, I'd have to really kind of sit with that.
Yeah.
Like I'd have to really like.
What albums you think would go a little bit above this one?
Definitely Good Kid, Mad City. I would definitely say 2014 Forest Hills Drive, which I would say is J. Cole's best album. I would put
Culture.
I would put Culture in there. I would put Watch the Throne. I would put My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Yeah, those are just kind of the ones that just kind of off the top.
But as far as when you think of like that, really, if you were to go back and like, oh, this is the 2010s.
Yeah, and the Astro, like I said, Astro would be, like I said, definitely top 10. Like I said, top 5, I'd have to really sit and like really analyze it, because the thing, like I said, the thing with the 2010s is different from a lot of the decades. Like I said, so much more music came out that it's a lot more to sift through. Like because of the way technology is and was back then, people churning out projects left and right. You know what I mean? To the point where you got to really like it's a lot to really sit through. You know what I mean? Like I got to really sit through what important albums. You know what I mean? The soundscape. Like it's a lot, you know what I mean? But like I said, but I can say top 10 without thinking.
I'm putting Ali and them on the spot because I didn't tell them I was going to ask that.
Yeah, so, like I said, I can say top 10 without thinking. Like,
I just like
5. I'd have to sit down.
I was just curious on where it lands, because to me, obviously, album's iconic. The album itself, I feel like, is put together so well sonically. And what he's doing is different. It was big at the time, big chart heavy. So I was just kind of curious on where we thought that landed.
Top 10 for sure, but then like to get to top 5, I mean, you're seeing that it escapes the confines of hip hop. So it's like, is it still like, how deeply rooted is it in hip hop to where it's like, well, maybe we're giving this too much. We're giving it too many borders on it because it should be. This is one of the best albums in music at the time. You know, like, because at that point it's like we're doing a disservice to people who are actually hip hop central.
True.
To that.
True.
But it definitely deserves its place in the top 10. Definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
It's going to be very hot debated, because when you get
There's
to
a lot
5
of
to
good
1,
ones.
you're like,
once you get up to 5, you have to really be more.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's why I just say for me, I can easily say top 10, and I just kind of leave it there.
Yeah. Any takeaways, Mark, out of this? What are you thinking?
Bro, from Jump Street, it's a risk even having your name as 2 first names. Just calling you're an MC, just calling yourself Travis Scott. Bro,
That's hard to
you can
stand out.
mistake that name for NASCAR drivers like Jeff Gordon, Mark Martin, Richard Petty,
Travis Scott
driving the 33, the Klondike bar car.
Yeah.
It's risk from Jump Street. I just love the fact that this gentleman is immense talent. It's immense talent that is to Ali's points otherworldly, where the artistry can't be denied. He's so artistically talented that it is definitely hip hop, but then there's times where it's just like, dude, he could do whatever.
Yeah, it could go into any genre.
Welcome to the stage, Travis Scott. He'll throw out a banger.
Right. If he wanted to do a straight country album, he could.
Oh. He could. Yeah.
Especially with his Texas roots, he could do that with his eyes closed.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that would be sick.
I mean, nuts.
Yeah, and that's cool too, because now we get to the point now where it's like he can deviate genres and we're anticipating it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
Right. Yeah. Man, big. I love the fact that he was able to really get the attention of the younger crowd, and then also too, he kind of broke through like into all these different ventures with commercial, putting product together. What I take away the most out of it is the world building, packaging your stuff right, marketing it right.
He's one of the best.
Super important to do as an artist, especially today.
Yes.
So, and the hype he created. So that's the takeaway I take from him. So check out this album. You guys know that we're dropping episodes every Monday. Make sure that you're following, liking, subscribing. Let us know what you guys thought in the comment section of, what about this album that you liked. And let us know, put us on game and share your comments. The story continues, or the conversation continues. Mark, let him have it, man.
To the MCs, drop a mic, drop a like.
It's lit.
It's lit.
Share, like.
Straight up.
In the comments, it's lit. It's all dry.
It's all dry.
In the vast desert landscape of
That's hip hop comment section.
in the Barry.
Nat Geo's like,
It may be a mirage, but it's a comment. Or is
it's
it?
Astroworld, sort of.
Deep in the confines of
Because there's no
Astroworld.
comments here.
Hilarious.
The road to 5,000 continues.
Man,
It's lit.
we getting there, man.
Hello?
Is there anyone there?
I want to discuss this album.
I don't know what's hip hop anymore. It's hip hop anymore.